don't you look at me, Harry boy. Get out of here. Go on, get.
Just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. I think something is happening.
This week, on the Tower of Technobabble, we try to fill a Bigfoot-sized hole in the repeater's heart by stuffing it full of human weirdos, scientific conjecture, and ass-slapping. We may not have done it, but we had fun trying. Welcome to the Tower of Technobabble.
Guys, I don't know if I can podcast tonight. I just feel so down.
Oh, what's wrong, honey?
Really? Yeah, well, you know, it's like, ever since Insane Redneck Rick Dyer admitted that he faked his dead Bigfoot, I've just been in a funk. It's like all the spark has gone out of my life. I've been listening to Sarah McLachlan all week, and it's just... by the way, we should probably say this is Tower of Technobabble, Season 4, Episode 15.
No,
I'm the repeater.
16. It's actually 16.
Episode 6. See, I'm in the state of Malaysia. I just can't get out.
I'm the conduit, by the way.
And I'm Kentucky Slim. Well, I really hope you feel better.
Well,
maybe this podcast will help.
Well, maybe. Here, and also I was holding out hope that it was all just a big mistake and Bigfoot is real. But, you know, ever since Mark from England sent us that DVD and I saw for myself that it was all a lie, all fake, it's like all the pizzazz has just gone.
Not the pizzazz.
You got to make room for a new hope.
Hey, hold on. Something's at my window. What? Oh, go on, get out of here. Go on, get out of here. See, sorry guys. I don't know what it is. There's this big hairy thing. It keeps looking in my window. It's been going on all week. It's scaring the hell out of my cat. But anyway, what I was saying was, you know, since Bigfoot is fake, I kind of feel like all the spice in my life has just dried up, you know? And it's just, hang on a minute. Go on, get out of here, go. Don't you look at me, Harry boy, get out of here. Go on, get. Gosh.
Have you been nailing ribs to your trees again?
Well, yeah, I read it on the internet to see if but Bigfoot doesn't. I don't know what that thing is. Maybe it's a Wendigo or a Grassman or one of them skunk apes. But good. Of course, skunk apes are in Florida. I'm too far north.
Yeah, it's way too far south.
The Grassman's in Ohio.
Maybe it's the infamous Indiana smell monkey. I don't know. But anyway, I just, I don't know. I'm just in a, man, maybe we should just go ahead to the Tower Bot letter, because it's just, get! I said get! Go on now, get!
He means business because he's using the I in get.
G-I-T, get!
Get!
There's no peace around here. Anyway, let's just do the Tower Bot. Maybe it'll cheer me up. I don't know.
All right.
Tonight on
Tread Shoe Diaries.
All right. Tonight on Tread Shoe Diaries, we received a letter that asks, Dear Towerbot, last week... Yes. Last week, I had been watching the NCAA basketball contest on my TV, and I couldn't help but notice all the ass slapping. I'd like to note that this is also in extremely large print. Why do guys in sports slap each other on the butt? I assume it's to congratulate them for a job well done. End of page 1, on to page 2.
Wow.
But why does this only happen in a sports setting? Could I slap my mailman on the ass for a job well done, getting the mail to me on time? When you think about it, a mailman deserves recognition more than a basketball player. Page 2.
Wow.
After all, the ball player is just running around on a nice, dry, indoor, climate-controlled court. Good point. While the mailman has to brave rain, sleet, and snow, and I would like to point out dogs, to deliver Amazon DVDs to my mailbox. If anyone's ass deserves a well-done slap, it's the fine men and women in our American Postal Service. Brent Albertville, Minnesota. Well, Brett,
Amen.
I totally agree with you, but I am very cautiously optimistic about
In
what
fact, Paul,
Tarbot's going to say.
Paul, you did such a good job reading that letter. Come here.
Let me bend over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Woo, woo.
Hustle. Way to hustle on that letter.
Dear Brent, as with most primate behavior, I, too, have wondered about the phenomenon of ass slapping in sports. It seems to start early, with the doctor slapping a baby on the butt to congratulate it on being born. I'm guessing that doctors want all children to grow up to be athletes, which is odd. On the few occasions I've tried to congratulate the meatbags here on jobs well done, an event that's rare in itself, I'm always told to stop. They say it's because my slapper attachment can generate 3,000 pounds of pressure per square inch for slap, but I think it's just discrimination against the metal man. It's ugly. I also understand that there's a taboo against men slapping women on the behind in your society. I'm not sure why congratulating the waitress for getting your order correct by slapping her on the butt is less correct than marking a home run, since it affects your life far more than some dumb sporting event, but that is just part of the enigma that is humanity. I say that, if someone does a good job, regardless of gender, a quick swat on the rear should be perfectly acceptable. You might want to give your mailman a heads up before slapping them on the butt, though, because they carry mace to ward off bad dogs. That would also ward off ass slappers. Love, Towerbot.
Good point.
Good answer, Towerbot. Come over here and bend over. Good job.
Yeah, we had to stop his ass slapping because he dislocated my hip one time.
Oh, you want some more? Okay, here. All right. Good job, Towerbot. Now go and hit the showers.
Go take an oil bath.
Oh, thank the maker. This oil bath will feel so good.
Oh, before we get started tonight, and I'm going off topic here.
We haven't
but,
started? I thought we've started.
Well, before we get started into the meat of the
Before we get
conversation.
rolling.
Before we get rolling. We mentioned that we're going to do go for a world record.
World record.
At Wonderfest.
We're still doing that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got the memo. But we need your help.
We need your help.
One of the stipulations of this is we have to be seen doing this by people who are willing to go on the record saying that we did this.
Yes. Yeah.
And if you're a local and one of our many ones of listeners, we could use your help.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. We are in a bit of a pickle because according to the Guinness bylaws, we cannot have people that are related to us, which basically everybody I know outside of Conduit and Slim is related to me in some way. So I'm out. You know, it's just, I don't know how we're gonna do this.
You can't even do it.
Yeah.
So we are imploring you, dear audience, if you are available on the weekend of May 30th, 31st, and June 1st, in the evening, day, afternoon, whatever, we would love to spend some time with you. Of course,
There's an ass slap in it for you. No, there's not really.
there are caveats to that, but we'll get into that later. Just please reach out to us at towergram@gmail.com or call us at 502-286-9372 or 502-2-TOWER2.
We really can't stress this enough. If we don't have the witnesses, we can't get the record, and then we're going to look like idiots. So
Even more so.
Yes. Too late. All right. Anyway. Onward.
Hey y'all, time to strap on the geek fee bag.
It's fun to milk her, gonna do it right now.
Moo.
She drinks the water when we pump her tail.
Tugging the udders of geek knowledge with
Milky the marvelous milking cow.
Saddle Up Bitches.
You know what just occurred to me that would totally help me cheer up is if Mark from England is actually listening, could you send me another DVD, one that perhaps explains that your last DVD was wrong and there is in fact a Bigfoot alive and dead in the world? Can you find something like that for me, Mark? You know where to mail it. Right to me in America. Please.
And if you can't find any, could you generate some proof?
Yeah, please. Do it
We're
for
not
me.
picky.
Oh, shit. Come on.
Get! Go on, get! Get out of here!
See, I'm trying to podcast and this. Jeez. All right, go on, Towerbot. Hit it.
Number 1.
All right, number 1. This brief segment here at the beginning, I'm going to call Human Headlines. Yeah, it should also say in parentheses human sex headlines because it's going down that route. With all this ass slapping going on, I figured, it might be appropriate. Number 1, the headline reads, Woman arrested on bestiality charges after looking for horse on Craigslist. Well,
That's silly. Horses can't look on Craigslist. They don't have computers, and their hooves won't work the keyboard.
so an Arizona woman has been arrested on bestiality charges for allegedly trying to arrange sex with a horse via Craigslist. The woman, who's described as transgender and who the police report is legally known as Donald, age 22, posted this ad on the Missed Connections section of Phoenix Craigslist on April 8th. I am 22 years old and I want to play with a male horse. Simple as that. If you have access to a male horse and can allow me access to a male horse, then contact me, please. Wink. Emoticon. I will do something in return. So, yeah. The ad caught the eye of another Craigslist visitor who reported it to the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office. And undercover deputies contacted the person in question. And
Wait, hold it. When you say wait. When you say undercover deputies contacted the person in question.
no, they didn't come dressed as a horse.
That's what I was wondering. That'd have been great. Hi there. I couldn't help but have seen your ad on Craigslist.
And Joey has to be the guy on the back of the horse because, reasons.
Yeah.
So she was arrested and charged with conspiracy to commit bestiality. Yada, yada, yada. So on to number 2.
Number 2.
Haha! Headline: Teen arrested with loaded gun in vagina.
What?
Cops say a Tennessee teen who got arrested for driving with a suspended license on Monday had a surprise in store for police. When a female corrections officer at Kingsport Jail performed a search on 19-year-old Dallas Archer, that's her actual name, Dallas Archer, she allegedly discovered a, quote, unknown object lodged in the young woman's crotch. She alerted another female officer who accompanied her during a further examination, according to documents obtained by the smoking gun.
Get it?
The officers allegedly discovered a loaded 5-shot 4-inch 22 caliber mini revolver concealed in Archer's vagina. It turns out that the gun was stolen last year when John Souther's car was ransacked in an auto burglary, cops said. Souther, a 70-year-old retired car salesman, told TSG that he'd make sure to give his stolen little fellow a bath in bleach. Yikes!
At that point, it's just like, you can go ahead and keep the gun.
This is just like a marsupial packing heat or something,
News of the human weirdness. All right, so on to number 3. We're going straight through.
Number 3.
By the way, audience, I think a lot should be said by the fact that we didn't make all matter of obvious jokes at that last story.
Thank you. Yes.
We're classy. We're trying to get a world record here.
We're keeping it real. Number 3. Headline: Man lost at sea for 14 months, denies eating shipmate. You guys remember that story that was in the news? The guy that was he was disappeared. He set sail with another person, and they thought that they were gone, like the ship was lost at sea or something. But he turns up 14 months later, at an atoll near the Marshall Islands, like 6,500 miles away, and it's just him. The other guy is gone. So, Jose Salvador Alvarenga is the guy's name, who was rescued in January after 14 months adrift at sea, insists there is no truth to allegations that he ate his shipmate, Ezekiel Cordoba, to survive. Quote, "Not for 1 second did I think of eating Ezekiel." That's not a phrase you hear every day. "I wouldn't have done it even if it meant that I starved. It would have been on my conscience forever." On November 17th of 2012, Alvarenga, 37 years old, set sail in a small fishing boat near the coastal town of Tonala, Mexico, with Ezekiel Cordoba, whose age was reportedly between 15 and 18. The boat disappeared during bad weather. In January, Alvarenga was found alive, and said Cordoba died 16 weeks into the long ordeal because he wasn't able to stomach the only diet available to the castaways, raw fish and animal blood. When Alvarenga was rescued, Cordoba's corpse was nowhere in sight. Some believe he may have eaten his shipmate for survival. However, Alvarenga disputes this. And blah, 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 blah. He told the Daily Mail he pushed Cordoba overboard 5 days after the teen had died. Quote, "After he died, one part of my brain refused to accept he had gone, so I laid him down on his side at the far end of the boat, beside the broken engine, and carried on talking to him. Each morning I'd tell him to wake up, and sometime I'd ask him how it felt to be dead. And it was only on the 5th day that I came to my senses and asked myself, what am I doing talking to a corpse? Then I asked God to give me courage, said goodbye, and pushed his body over the side." So...
he was like a meaty Wilson.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I believe his story more than the jump to conclusions. He must have eaten his friend, you know.
Yeah, I mean... It was a fishing boat. One would assume that they had fishing equipment and tackle and, that sort of thing. So they certainly had, methods to eat other than each other. So, yeah, shame on you, cynics.
Yeah, I blame the media here for insisting that because there was no body, he must have been eaten. The ocean's a big place. You can keep
it has many secrets.
Yeah.
It's that pro-cannibalism lobby that we hear so much about.
Yeah, and if that didn't work, you could have checked this guy's beard for bits of Ezekiel, which I'll bet are not there. So
yeah.
Good point. Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Number 4.
Number 4, we're well past the human headlines at this point and on into fantasy. And for those interested in geeking out on the Game of Thrones like I have totally freebased on for the last 3 weeks, I recommend that you go to quartermaster.info where you can find, we will send a link we'll post a link on the Tower site, where you can find a interactive map of the Game of Thrones world, which is always cool ever since, Tolkien created those maps for the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings trilogies. I've always been fascinated by
the maps that are right inside
fantasy maps,
that are right inside the opening cover. Yeah. Okay, I'm here now. What's it supposed to do? Is it supposed to tell me what family I would be, or
No, that's the next thing. That's the next link is from BuzzFeed.com, where you can actually take a test to find out which Game of Thrones house you belong to.
Oh, and what I haven't taken this.
I belong to House Targaryen.
Oh,
the most noble of all the houses.
So
the
you
one
walk
most
around,
worthy of the throne.
The one with the best set of gajungas out of all of them.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
I know where you're hiding your pistol. Yep.
I don't know. You never know. After hearing story number 1, you're never sure what you're dealing with down there. It's a crazy mixed up world, people.
I wonder what I am.
It could be a plus.
I'm taking it right now.
It could be a minus. It could be, all manner of things down in the nether regions.
Yeah, we're all like taking the test.
We're taking the
quick.
test.
Really? You're taking the test right now? I guess it's a short test. It's a short test.
Now, if it says to pick an animal, that's just going to be a dead pathway, straight pathway to whatever you're going to.
Part of what you are is what you want, man.
But if you are familiar with the stories, then you know exactly which animal to pick, right?
I don't know.
I got Dothraki.
Dothraki. Yeah, that's like the most Klingon of the family. That makes sense, Dave.
Yeah.
I approve of your choice.
There were only 2 fatalities at my wedding, so it was it was iffy, but But then my wife ate the heart of a horse, and everything was good.
Oh God. You had to say horse, didn't you?
Ooh, I got Lannister.
Everybody hates you.
Everybody hates me because I got all the money. Hey, it cheered me up. All right.
All the money and incest.
I've got dragons. Anyway, on to number 5.
Okay.
Number 5. Moo.
Moo! And since we're in the mood for test taking, why not take the test to find out if you are, in fact, a hipster?
Ooh!
Yes, I know. It's, this has come up recently for me because apparently it was in dispute whether or not I was a hipster.
Really?
And yeah.
You're not arrogant enough to be a hipster.
No.
I know. I'm far too modest. And I don't really collect American Apparel or shop at Whole Foods.
I have seen your bicycle. It's got more than one gear.
Oh yeah, I've got
You're not a hipster, man.
many gears. Yes. So, but if you're interested, if you want to find out where you rank, there's plenty of things that you get to pick from in the list, and I think I chose 5 out of. God, however many are there, 100 maybe?
I'm going through this right now, man. Yeah, I can tell I'm not a hipster because I'm bypassing a whole bunch of these.
I am drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon right now. I have on Ray-Bans right now. I don't know who that is. Don't know who that is. I don't care for them.
I got 6 out of 102. I'm not a hipster. Yay.
Yeah, well, so...
Yeah, but besides, Paul, you just admitted that you're only now getting into Game of Thrones. If you were a hipster, you'd be like, oh, God, I read those when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I've known about the Red Wedding since 1993. That's about time you all caught up.
So, but apparently, according to the list, it will sway dramatically if A, you live in Portland, B, you live in Brooklyn, C, you live in San Francisco, or D, you live in a, quote, hip city. Or you think you live in a hip city, I think is what the translation is there.
Yeah, if you think you live in a hip city, that's plus 10 probably. Only I think it's hip because, people haven't caught up yet.
Unicycles. There's unicycles.
Well, the city that I live in is Tumbleton, which is just southwest of King's Landing and just to the east of Bitterbridge. In Grassy Vale, yeah.
Oh, stop.
Is it close to the Misty Mountains?
No, that's a completely different genre.
That place is so over.
You clicked 8 out of 102 on this list. You own 1 pair of Ray-Bans, and you wear them earnestly. You aren't upset with the status quo, and you don't take it out on your Instagram followers. So, yeah, anyway. Have fun, audience. Moving on.
List.
Oh, okay. So anyway, like I said up at the top, in fact, you can rewind, audience, to hear what I said at the top. I've been secretly devastated to learn that Bigfoot and Big Feet ain't real. This whole time, insane redneck Rick Dyer was just making it up.
Oh, honey, don't take it personally. He was doing that to all of
But
us.
it hurts. It hurts because insane redneck Rick Dyer personally told me over and over again in his YouTube videos that he wouldn't lie to me, lie to
I
us.
wouldn't lie to you. Because I love you.
He swore on his kids and everything. So,
I know, honey. We all felt that way.
so this just means I have to start over, find a new obsession, be like a phoenix rising from asses. So
Here, have a cookie.
ooh, hey, thanks. Okay.
Phoenix rising from asses.
Okay. So anyway, as I now try to reinvent myself, I thought a good therapy would be to go on to the Intergoogles and seek out legitimate real science mysteries. And I found a list. Lisp. With like bullet points and everything.
Wow.
It's on the Life Science blog, and it's all about Earth's biggest mysteries.
Ooh.
So, but they're science mysteries. They're
Mysteries.
mysteries. So,
All right. Science mysteries.
science.
I love science.
Oh, good. Well, maybe you'll like this then. Okay, so I thought
Tell us some science.
I thought what we could do is we could go over each mystery, and you guys tell me one of three things. You guys tell me A, if you think it's truly a big deal mystery-wise. B, if you can think of a solution to said mystery. And 3, tell me if it is a more interesting mystery than the mystery of Bigfoot. Is it bigger than Bigfoot?
Oh,
Okay.
wait a minute. Wait. So, what's the criteria here? What
Okay,
are we
basically,
doing?
okay, tell me if you think that this Earth mystery is truly a big deal, mystery-wise.
Wait, all right.
That's-
Big
that's
deal.
one. Is it a big
deal? Question mark? All
Is it truly a mystery worth pondering about? Okay.
Yeah.
2, tell me if you can think of a solution for this.
Solution? Question
Yeah.
mark? Okay.
And
yeah.
3, is it bigger than Bigfoot?
Is it bigger than Bigfoot?
Is this mystery bigger than the mystery of Bigfoot?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
All right, bullet point 8. Question: why are we all wet?
Well,
That's a very personal
I'd
question,
like to
don't you
go
think?
back to the feed bag item 1.
All right, yeah. Hey, Ezekiel, get out of my beard. Okay, scientists think the Earth was a dry rock after it coalesced 4.5 billion years ago. So the question is, where did this essential chemical H2O, aka water, come from? Where did it come from? So that's like this big mystery. People don't know where all this water came from.
It's not a big deal.
Okay. Can you think of a solution?
Well, yeah, I mean, hydrogen is the most abundant element in the universe. And so H2O, I mean...
Yeah, but why doesn't Mars have all this water?
Yeah, why is Earth hoarding all the water?
Well, I mean, we don't have a bunch of solar systems to compare to, but I would bet that water is a fairly common thing within a certain distance from the sun. Are you talking about liquid water or ice water? Does it matter?
I don't know. All they're saying is
Because Mars has ice.
the beginnings of Earth's water are shrouded in mystery. It's a mystery.
The beginnings.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Right.
Is this a mystery worthy of is it bigger than Bigfoot?
Definitely bigger than Bigfoot.
Does it
It is
excite
bigger
you
than
more than Bigfoot?
Yes. But it's not a big deal.
Okay. All right. Bullet point 7.
All right.
What's down there in that there core of this here Earth?
Well, hell, of course.
Okay. Well, all right. It's not a mystery to you then. Okay.
Done. Next.
Okay. All right. Number 6. How did the moon?
No, go back. Number 7.
I liked you solved it. Case closed. Check. Moving on. Okay.
Yeah, the Russians dug a big hole and heard screams. So
Paul, have you ever heard of this? This is one of those classic Art Bell stories where he was sent this anonymous recording, which apparently was taken by Russian geologists who were drilling in Siberia, and they drilled really, really deep, but they had to stop because coming up from the borehole was this sound. What do you think? Huh? So anyway, Connor,
Sounds like
just find those screens.
Sounds like air escaping to me.
thank you, Connor. You saw that one. Number 6, mystery number 6. How did the moon get here?
Well, a father moon and a mother moon loved each other very much, and
They got in the back of a Ford.
9 million years later, the moon happened.
The guy in the back of a space Ford. Is that what you're saying? So okay.
It was AKA Jupiter.
Okay. Well, is this a mystery? Because when you think about it, other planets have moons. Why is it a big mystery about how the moon got here?
Yeah,
you know?
what's the big deal? I
Well,
don't get it.
Technically, the moon is much bigger than any. It's very big for a planet our size. We really overbought when we got our moon.
Well, I mean, it's just one of the dynamic things that occur when solar systems are forming, you know? There's a lot of crap flying around, bashing into each other.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but why didn't it bash into the Earth and we just have a Earth plus moon-sized planet?
Well, that's one of the theories, is that something bashed into Earth and a bit of the Earth came out and it made the moon.
yeah, the moon is Earth bits.
Yeah. So basically, you know, I don't think this is a big mystery either. I mean, what's the big deal?
Yeah,
Bigfoot's a bigger mystery than how did the moon get here.
We
know,
are
actually-
all stardust.
Yeah. Yes. Actually, I was right. It's like two planetary bodies smashed together and a moon happened.
Yeah.
I was right.
So, mystery solved. Moving on. Bullet point number 5. Where did life come from?
Oh, well, that is a big deal.
That's a pretty big deal.
Oh, so this
that
is...
actually incorporates Bigfoot in it.
Yes.
Oh.
He would be live.
Oh, you're right. This can't be bigger than Bigfoot by definition.
No, technically, by definition, it must be bigger than Bigfoot.
Okay. Well, let me just read you what it says here. Was life brewed on Earth, or was it sparked in interstellar space and delivered here on meteorites? They don't know. There is no direct fossil traces of Earth's first inhabitants, which were primitive rock-chewing bacteria. They haven't been able to find them. So... everyone goes on and on about the missing link, but apparently no one can find chapter 1. You know?
See, I think that, you know, the universe is made up of all of the elements of the recipe for life. So when just the right things happen, and the right mixture and the right, you know, I mean, it's just when you have the right environment, life occurs, and I'm sure it is abundant, and that's just my opinion. But,
Yeah,
you know.
the cosmic Julia Child mixes it all up. And,
Yeah.
and that's where babies come from. Okay, good.
The secret ingredients, cosmic radiation.
Okay, mystery number 4.
There you go.
Where did all the oxygen come from?
Well, it came from, like plankton or something, right?
Yeah. Well, according to the little thing here, we owe our existence to cyanobacteria, which are microscopic creatures that help to radically transform the Earth's atmosphere, because they would pump out oxygen as waste. It was bacteria farts created the oxygen. So
We're breathing cyanobacteria.
But apparently now they're finding out that oxygen levels spiked up and down, so they don't think it was the bacteria. So scientists are scratching their head. This is the kind of mystery that scientists get really excited about, and I am kind of like, maybe I'll go and look and see if anyone's found Bigfoot. You know, that's I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this a bigger mystery than Bigfoot?
I would call that a medium deal.
Okay, all right.
I don't have a solution other than what I've heard previously, but I'm thinking that it is possibly bigger than Bigfoot.
Yeah, again, it's air. So
Oh, you take it for granted until you don't. have it.
Right.
just like Bigfoot, I took it for granted until insane redneck Rick Dyer told me it wasn't real.
Remember that scene from Spaceballs?
Oh my little Vespa.
Oh, my Vespa.
I still think my favorite line in that whole movie is "Fooled you." He comes out. I don't.
No, skip past this part.
Okay.
In fact, never show this part again.
Bullet point number 3: mystery. The mystery of what caused the Cambrian explosion.
What is the Cambrian explosion?
The Cambrian
Explain.
explosion happened 4 billion. Wait a minute. No, not 4 billion. Okay, I'll just read it instead of trying to elaborate. The appearance of complex life in the Cambrian era after 4 billion years of Earth's history marked a unique turning point. Suddenly, there were animals with brains and blood vessels and eyes and hearts and boxes, and they were all evolving more quickly than during any other planetary era. So
They had places to put firearms.
yeah. So basically, this is when, yeah. So this is when animals really started. Apparently, for billions of years, it was just little rock-eating bacteria farting out oxygen. But then the Cambrian explosion happened, and like ecologically overnight, the animals with brains and boxes evolved. So
Yeah, well, all the animals got together and it's like, well, I guess nobody's going to evolve us for us. We got to evolve ourselves. Let's get to it.
so you're saying the animals were pulling themselves up by their bootstraps? It's
See,
no big
yeah.
deal.
First, they had to evolve bootstraps, and then, yes, they pulled them up. By
I'm thinking, that's not a very big deal. I mean, life happened, you know?
Life happens, man.
In fact, one could argue that, the rest of us have been paying for it ever since.
Yeah, get over it, science. Get over
Thanks
it, scientists.
a lot, Cambrian.
This is just life science. Get on with it. Jeez. Okay.
And again, Bigfoot would be involved in this, so
Right,
technically
yeah.
it would be bigger than Bigfoot.
Right. Okay. So number 2, mystery number 2. We're cruising through these. When did plate tectonics start?
Immediately.
No.
As soon as there were plates.
Apparently it didn't. According to the scientists, thin plates of hardened crust knocking about Earth's surface make beautiful mountains and violent volcanic eruptions. Yet, scientists still do not know when plate tectonic engines revved up. So, apparently, most of the evidence has been destroyed. And
Zircons. They're
so-
zircons.
Right. All the zircons, only not many of them have survived. So they don't know when plate tectonics started. Which, Paul, I think you just solved it. Maybe it always was going on. You know, why does it have to start?
Zircons. That was prominently featured in last week's Cosmos.
Yes, last week.
Yes, there's a tiny handful of tiny mineral grains called zircons, and they tell scientists the first continental-like rocks already existed. So, the Earth cooled and formed a crust. Big deal.
Radioactive decay. Yeah.
Yeah, the Earth cooled and it formed a crust, and the crust broke, and then you had continents. What's the big mystery, I want to know about the hairy man beast that used to walk around the Pacific Northwest, but doesn't anymore because it's fake. So,
How does this affect my life now?
well, if you lived on a fault line, it would. But
When did it? That it is affects my life. When it started, how does that affect my life when it
okay,
started?
very true. Yeah.
We will meet tomorrow night, and we will break crust together.
And I'll slide it under your plate, and it'll be amazing.
Well, about time for these plates to start tectonic.
Off my meds. Hey, that'll be code now for when couples want to get together. Like, honey, I'm off my meds. If you know what I mean. So let's put the pistol in the box and get into town.
Put the pistol in the box.
Mystery number one. Will we ever predict earthquakes? What? No. There, I've solved it. No, you won't.
Actually, friend of the show, Monica Wolfson /Schwer,
Who we call Schwerwolf.
would argue that we are well on our way to predicting earthquakes. We'll never be 100% on, but we're pretty darn. We're getting there.
Yeah, so
we're moving in the right direction.
So they're saying that the biggest mystery on Earth is, will we predict earthquakes? That's not a mystery. That's like basically saying, gee, are we ever going to break the light speed barrier? Or gee, will we ever cure the common cold? It's not.
Well, see, yeah, I take fault with their using the term mysteries. It's a question.
You notice he
not
said
a
the word
mystery.
fault.
Yeah. Oh, hey, good one. I wish my Foley desk worked. I'd give you a. Here.
Oh, I dropped my Foley.
Oh,
There you go.
thank you.
Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Sorry, that's
That's
laughter.
people
Anyway,
mocking you.
It seems like Mystery 1 and Mystery 2 are related. I don't think that's 8. I think that's just 7.
Well,
really.
yeah, well, because like reading down in the little explanation under this, it says one of the biggest hurdles is that geologists still don't understand why earthquakes start and stop. There is your mystery. What makes an earthquake start and stop? It isn't
plate tectonics.
Yeah, the mystery. Oh, okay. Well, you solved it. You are a true scientist of people.
I will solve one mystery with another.
Kentucky scientist Slim has come forth to. Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, maybe it's the way this is written, but I'm not sure why that's a hurdle. Earthquakes start because the plates are grinding together, and they stop when they stop grinding, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
There's
yeah,
an
Pressure
undergrowth.
build up, and
They're moving about. One would expect there to be some sort of catastrophic grinding,
The earth is off its meds.
said the horse. Who wrote this? I mean, was it a 12-year-old?
It was written by Becky Oskin, senior writer at livescience.com.
I'm going to have to bring in her credentials into question here. Senior
Okay.
writer. What does that mean?
Okay, Becky, why are we all wet? I don't know.
Is she a senior in high school? I mean,
Maybe she's Mexican. Like, it's senior writer.
senior writer.
Yeah, so. Well, anyway, audience, do you think this stuff is bigger than Bigfoot? Because I don't. Now I'm still wanting to know.
Most of it isn't.
Yeah, yeah, so.
is it bigger than the Beatles?
No, no.
No.
But see, so far Bigfoot is unquantifiable. I mean, there's no.
That's true.
Which is
no
why
evidence.
it's so mysterious.
Right. My point exactly. There's far more mystery in something that there's no evidence in than there is with stuff with evidence.
In fact, I'm going to start a new hunt tonight. Since Bigfoot has been proven to be fake, I want to start looking for big hands.
Look no further.
Big ass slapping hand.
The mystery of big hands and his big ass has been plaguing South Indiana for centuries. The Indians talked about big hands coming in the night.
Sorry. That was the spaceship alarm. It went off accidentally.
Okay, all right. Well,
Is your spaceship in trouble?
I probably own. Okay. Okay. Well, anyway, audience, I think we're done here because I'm gonna go listen to my Sarah McLaughlin record some more. If you want to contact us, send us an email at towergram@gmail.com. And if you want a witness, can we get a witness, please? We really need witnesses for Wonderfest. Seriously,
We really do.
Or our Guinness World Record attempt is going to fail.
I have already purchased our Guinness World Record safety vests and foam fingers. So if we don't have witnesses,
We're just
those
gonna look
will go to
ridiculous.
waste. We'll look foolish.
We'll be dirty, filthy liars.
No, we didn't tell people we shot Bigfoot.
I wouldn't lie to you.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
You know, I'm tempted to bring the podcast
wait,
full
how can
circle
people?
by having someone bang on the window again, but I'm going to rise above it.
Don't rise above it.
So if you're interested in being a witness for us, please write us at towergram@gmail.com or write to us on Facebook. Yeah.
Oh, and one caveat, it actually has to be on site.
Yeah, you
actually have to put eyeballs upon us.
You actually have to sign a piece of paper that's sort of stamped by a
Officialness.
what do you yeah, sure. And yeah, and there's like 4-hour shifts. I don't know, this feels like kind of boring, the details, but
We'll share the details.
that's the reality of our situation.
But we need help. We need help from you, audience. Please help us.
Help. Won't you help?
Hope you carbon-based units enjoyed this episode. If you did, do us a solid and rate us on iTunes. If you'd like to spout a half or fully baked opinion, email us at towergram@gmail.com or call us at 502-286-9372 or 502-2-Tower-2. Tower of Technobabble is sponsored by Panorama Creative Group. Y'all come back now, you hear?
a great neuroscience doctor is, or neurologist, I guess they call them. The doctor who does things with your head.
Yeah.
Look, it's his brain. Use a stick.